Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much to Keeya and Sulena for joining us. We're super excited to chat with you and get to know more about you and your businesses, and for everyone in our audience to hear more about you and what you're doing. So I'm gonna read your bios really quick. So Keeya and Sulena are both owners of the Pearson Space event space located at 2590 Berlin Turnpike in Berlin. They're both New Britain natives. Sulena currently resides in Meriden. They got started in event business back in 2018 with Camp F.L.Y slumber parties and events. With that business, they set up luxury picnics at their clients' properties or locations like parks and beaches. They also set up luxury slumber parties in their clients' homes. They have always had an eye for design growing up in watching their favorite networks such as HGTV, and now they get to own and have their own very own venue space that has been a dream of theirs for a while. Um, they found the perfect location and everything came together with some challenges, but they made it happen. Have it sorted through everything, for a loop. And they started looking again last year, stumbled upon this gem. It was a blank canvas, but it had to be empty for years. So they had quite a bit of work to do. The realtor Bob Bed turned into their contractor and quickly got to work. Major improvements were in the bathrooms, new floorings, and mini bars. Renovations took about 2 months to complete. And after a lot of work of blood, sweat, and tears, they're very pleased how everything turned out. They decided to name the event venue space the Pearsons after their late grandfather. We feel his presence every time we're in the space. That's so sweet. Mm. And their goal is to have their space bring people together to celebrate for years to come. So far they have hosted baby showers, birthday parties, game nights, repasses, and daddy-daughter dance. How adorable and cute.
Thank you.
That
Thank
was
Awesome.
you.
Well, congratulations, ladies. That's amazing. I feel like that this is such a great time. I feel like after COVID, people want to get together more and they want to celebrate more. So it's like a perfect time to put that business out and invite people into the space. So congratulations again and thank you for joining us.
Thank you
for having
so
us.
much for having us.
So we just really quick want to get started. I know we read your bios and just a big, overview of who you are and what you do, but share more with what exactly, who are you, like family, friends, and what else do you do outside of your business? Or is this your only hustle? Is this, your mainstream? Share with everyone what is it that you do?
I'll go first. So my name is Sulena Lindsey, and me and Keeya are sisters. I'm the oldest. Um, so I work in insurance. I'm a campus recruiter, so I do that full time. And then our weekends are full of running around doing our slumber parties, picnics, and maintaining the our new event space. I have two stepchildren and two kids of my own. My oldest just turned 21 last month, and my son, my baby, he turned 10 last month as well. So fully busy with mom life, marriage, all of the things. But yeah, that's me.
That's awesome.
Hey, Kia, sisters, like she said. Um, Definitely always busy on the weekends with the parties and stuff. Outside of that, I'm also in insurance. It's been a little bit over a year, maybe going on 2 years. I started on the customer service side. Now I sell life insurance, which I really, really like protecting families and all that good stuff. So if you guys need life insurance, your girl. I'm a mom of five, actually. I was a teen mom. My oldest is in college. So I'm in his room right now because he's not home. So that's what the jersey is. um,
Ah.
but yeah, just super busy. Um, Always been creative, like we said in our bio, always like to watch like HGTV and home renovations and stuff like that. So like when we actually got into the space and we started to renovate, it was like as hard as it was like fun too. Almost when it was done, I was almost like, oh my God, like, what are we gonna do next? Like now we have to start. But the renovation process is actually really fun. And I'm looking forward to like having another space soon. This is our first one, it's our baby, but there's more to come for sure.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
For both of you for sharing a little bit about yourselves. And in the whole, sharing about you guys are both very busy, as everybody can hear. What are some challenges that you guys have faced being, being a woman and also a minority in our world?
I would say I don't think we've honestly have had many challenges in being women in business or even being minorities in business that we've personally experienced. I think it honestly helps us, especially being in that space as a woman. When people hear that we're a woman-owned business, they truly enjoy that. A lot of the moms that we do slumber parties for and picnics, they like that we're, moms as well. We can relate. So I don't think we've, faced many challenges. Keeya, do you think we faced anything regarding like, us being women or being Black women?
I don't think we've necessarily like when it comes down to that, like no, not being minority or anything like that. What I will say is like when it comes down to like funding, I'm sure anybody that can relate that is a minority, that is a woman, that is small business, it's like non-existent. So I think that's been our first, well, like our main struggle is just getting funded. So everything has come out of our own pockets. Most of it, majority, I would say like 90% has come from us. So that's been like our biggest struggle or challenge. Sorry, my little girl's in the background, but yeah.
You're fine. I'm taking you guys a picture. So as you're on there.
Yeah.
It's the mom life. We're good. Everybody understands. Like so I do have a question because it is interesting, being in business together with family, in a partnership. How has that been for you? What's your experience? Obviously, like you did it second time, not only the first time. So it's going well somewhere along the line. But what are some things that, you kind of like struggle with maybe a little bit, or just more like, it's easier because we're family, like I can make this happen. So what are share your thoughts with us about that?
It's been good. I mean, my sister's my best friend, basically. We've, always been that way. And we've always, like when we were growing up, my mom would dress us like we were twins. So people thought we were twins. So we've always been really close. So it just made sense to go into business, together. We do argue, like sisters do. We do bump heads a lot. But it works. You know what I mean? I would never see us not being in business together. I know things for a lot of family members can get rocky, especially when it comes to businesses and finances and all that. But we just make it work. Like she's more of the creative, like she, creates the vision, can see the things as far as like putting the vision into life. And I can like, I'm more of the brains as far as like the social media website. Like I created our website, or I'm running the back end of Instagram, Facebook, answering the business calls, running the CRM for our business, taking calls and, doing all of that end of it. And she's more of like thinking of the themes that we can do for our parties. And when we actually do these slumber parties, she's more of the perfectionist. Like she's making sure the pillows look right or the decor, looks right. So it just works. But we do bump heads.
How do you guys settle disagreements? No.
Listen, I may not talk to her for a day, but then but then we'll call each other. We'll call each other the next day. But no, we can never like, not talk to each other for like months or days on end. That's just the relationship we have.
Love it.
But you guys complement each other, like, you know, your whole personalities. That's great. What advice would you give your anyone that's looking into like embarking the same type of career or business that you guys are in?
You want to go, Keeya? Is Zuri there? You're on mute. Can't hear you. You're muted.
She said she, yeah.
Oh, maybe the baby's there. Let me see. I would say having patience. A lot of people, look for fast results when starting a business. And it takes time to, even see a return on your investment or to get the clientele. It took us a couple of years, but like, for example, for our slumber parties, a lot of our clientele is not local. We tend to not get that local support. And I think that's like the sentiment for a lot of small business owners, like your people, don't necessarily support you. So a lot of our support comes from actually like Ridgefield, Greenwich, Fairfield, out that way. And it took a while to gain the trust of our clients, our customers. So I think my big advice would be to like just, it's not going to come like, in that first year. You may not have that trust from clients just yet. So you got to keep at it, keep posting, keep getting that word of mouth out there. That's been huge for us, word of mouth. So that, I guess that's another piece of advice. Customer service has to be number one. Like that's one thing we don't play about. We have 5-star reviews. And I make sure to ask everyone, after a slumber party to leave a review because that helps us show up on Google and then gains that trust. So with that trust, people are telling their friends and, and that's how you grow. So yeah, it's not a race. Owning a business takes, time. It takes time.
It does. It does. That's great advice for sure. Anything you wanted to add, Keeya? You're still muted.
I can't see her. No, I can't hear her. Maybe she can't figure out.
Are you on your phone or?
She's talking.
I know. Holley.
If you're on the phone, tap the screen and in the bottom it should come up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, not good with this Zoom thing on the phone. But yeah, I agree with everything Selena's saying. I'm sorry, you guys. Pretty much it's not a race. You know what I'm trying to say? It's definitely going to take time. You definitely got to have patience. And back to the point with me and Sulena, we just work. Like we'll literally cuss each other out one day, and then the next like she'll try to like cool off. She won't talk to me, but I'm texting her like just random stuff. So she has no choice but to respond. So I'll text her about business and to respond. But yeah, I mean, it definitely takes time. Like you don't see the fruits of your labor the same year. Sometimes it takes 3 years before you start to profit. But if it's something that you're passionate about, I say go for it and, just keep pushing.
Yeah, that's right. That's definitely right. How do you deal with, any fear or doubt that creeps up, when you're in the nitty-gritty of the business?
Yeah, I had lots of fear and doubt with this event space.
That's what
we were
one. I think I'm the one who's like, whatever, let's just do it. And if it fails, it fails. I'm a risk taker, whereas Sulena is more so. No,
I'm
that's
an overthinker.
And it's out. She's an overthinker. Like I tend to like ignore her when she gets like that because it's like, all right, you're too much. You're giving me anxiety. But she goes through with all of my crazy ideas. So that's another thing. I think that's how we work. Is because she's like, the level-headed one, and I'm the one like, nah, let's just go for it. So
I love it.
So it was lots of like praying and listening to my sister. Like, you can't overthink this, because I was overthinking, like, how are we gonna come up with this money? How are we gonna do this? Like, we had so many bumps in the road with getting the build out done for the event space. And yeah, I was stressed, but you know, she calmed me down, and just praying and, you know, writing things down and like journaling, manifesting that, you know, just everything will be all right. It's gonna work out. And it did. But yeah, I'm the it's in my genes. My grandmother is a stressor. Like, it's
Emma.
Care about, which is your business. You know, it's normal to have those times of fear and doubts and stress and anxiety and all those emotions that come up. But it's good that you have someone that keeps you grounded and someone that keeps you, you know, center and focus in what you need to be focusing on.
yes.
You can't have to be able to like think, what can I control, you know, and focus on what you can control at that exact same moment.
Right. Right.
So the next questions are going to be kind of fun questions. The very first one is, what do you like to do for fun?
I like to listen to true crime podcasts. And now Keeya has started listening to true crime.
He has me that too, but I have to have my days, because sometimes I'm just like thinking everybody's a murderer. So everywhere, oh man, did you see that guy? But yeah, I like the true crime as well.
Yes, true crime is my thing. I love true crime podcasts. I watch documentaries on YouTube about true crime. I think it's interesting. So that's my thing. And I also like to create like custom things. So for my home, like, I like to decorate. So we're both like into interior design as well. So like my home, I like to decorate. And then for our parties, I do lots of custom things to make our party stand out. So I use like the Cricut machine, Canva. Like, I'm big on designing and things like that.
You ready? You want me to go? Keep going? Yes. Like, you want me to keep it? Okay. So what is your favorite personal development book?
It's a good one, because I might need to read more.
I have one, but I don't think I finished it. It's yellow. It's like in my brain right now. I think I see it in my bookshelf. Something badass. You're a badass. I haven't really read the entire thing, but it's supposed to be a bestseller. But being honest, I haven't read the entire thing because I don't have time to sit down and read like I used to. I used to be a heavy reader before we owned businesses. I have a whole shelf of books that are just collecting dust. But yeah, reading used to be my hobby until we owned businesses.
Yeah, I want to say the last book I probably read that was like not even like a self-help, but manifestation type book was The Secret. I know everybody read that book. But yeah, that's probably, and it does help you like manifest things and look at things differently, for sure.
We like those. I read, so the badass one has a sequel too. She has another one that she came out with. That's pretty good too. It's nice.
Yeah, I haven't read the entire thing, but I want to get back to it.
So my hack is audiobooks, because I'm in the car. I say I part-time live in the car, you know, like I'm home just part-time really, and like I'm full-time in the car now. So because of that, I'm always listening to audiobooks, and I'm like, I just have to. That's the only way.
Yeah, since I'm in the car listening to podcasts instead of like, I don't listen to music in the car. It's always a podcast. So.
Right.
Try the book. I think you'll like it, because it's kind of along the same lines, you know, you'll just be listening to it.
Yeah.
Okay. next question, night or day?
Day. I can't
Day.
see it.
Okay. What's your favorite time of the day?
When it's time to go to bed for me. I'm getting old. That's horrible. I never thought I would even say that. Like, I know I had like a lot of friends that's like, oh my God, I can't wait to like lay down at night. But where it was with me, I was like, I have to find something else to do. I'm not ready to go to sleep. But now when it's time for bed, it's a wrap. It's like the happy part of my day.
I would say bedtime too.
That's
I
horrible.
like bedtime. No, bedtime is good. We need a rest. I feel like, you know, we think that we can keep going and it's just like, okay, we need a rest. I value it more now than ever.
I'll sit in bed and that's like my time to like answer emails and like write things down like that have been on my brain all day that I couldn't get to while I'm doing my full-time job. So nighttime is like when I can brain dump.
Process your thoughts. Yes.
Yeah. Get my thoughts out.
Yeah.
Agreed. Who is your hero?
Ooh.
I would definitely say my grandfather.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Yeah. Just I don't know. He just was one of a kind. Yeah.
He helped raise us. So he was more of like our dad. Yeah, everything he did was amazing. So that's why the event space is in honor of him. I think he would have been really proud of us. So
Oh, definitely. He definitely would. Describe yourself in one word.
That's what
I would say.
So, there's so many. Sulena, maybe you should describe me in one word and I'll describe you in one word.
Oh my God. That could go bad.
She's anxious. That's what anxious. I was gonna say another word, but I'm not gonna say that on your live.
Stubborn.
Oh wow. That's good to know. But that's true. I am stubborn. I can admit it.
That's too funny.
That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing, actually. Like being stubborn is
but me being stubborn, like why? I feel like we are where we are because it's like I don't like take. Well, you know, somebody will tell you no, and it's like, all right, well then forget them. Let's go this way, or let's go this way. We're gonna figure it out until we get to where we want to get to. So I could be very.
It makes you pivot. Whoop, my dog. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. So one last question. What's one thing that you will never do?
I don't know.
That's a hard one.
I know because
broad.
You could never really say never. I guess for me, like I would never not put family first. Like I wouldn't like first. You know, I'll drop everything. Like, you know what I mean? I'll quit a job. I'll take less money. I've done it all for like family. I feel like family. Yeah. So.
Okay. I don't have a good one. I would never give up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I want to a lot of the times with a lot of things, but I never give up. I'm always, you know, trying to make sure I move forward even though it may be hard. But yeah, that's one thing I would say I would never give up.
Amen. Listen, we're not quitters. No. There's no quitting. That's not allowed. Okay, so thank you again for being on with us and for celebrating Women's Month and being part of our little like podcast video series that we're doing. This is not what we do full time at all, but we wanted to like share you with our audience, and then we wanted to make sure that like if anybody wants to get in touch with you, please let them know like where they can find you and they connect with you regarding either your event space or just you personally.
Sure. Slumber parties is Camp F.L.Y. Slumber parties, our website, campflyslumberparties.com. Instagram is the same, Camp F.L.Y. Facebook is the same as well. For our event space, we're on the Berlin Turnpike and that's the Pearson Events Venue. Our website is the same, the pearsoneventsvenue.com. Instagram, Facebook is the same, the Pearson Events Venue.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, again, thank you so much for being part of this. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.